In only a few days, Highguard is supposed to release. This was intended to be a pretty massive game. They highlighted it at the Game Awards, and I don't think that the reception went the way that they expected, given it is ratioed every single time people talk about it online. But they have been radio silent, though the access media is taking it upon themselves to damage control. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I haven't seen anybody be genuinely excited for Highguard, probably because we got the short trailer at the Game Awards, and the developers going radio silent doesn't help consumer confidence. Sure, this is supposed to be a free game. It's not like they're taking pre-orders for it, but when you are several days away from your launch and you haven't posted anything on LinkedIn, on X, on YouTube, it doesn't help. Now, maybe they have some sort of mentality that, well, if we don't talk about it, more people are discussing it on social media, plus we're not showing off any gameplay for people to wreck. Maybe they think that that is a good strategy. I think it's a terrible one. It makes them look really bad. It makes them look really unprofessional. And I am convinced at this point that they're not actually going to release it on Monday, that they are just going to silently sort of let it pass, maybe rework it, because every teaser and trailer has gotten wrecked and ratioed. The main one that IGN had posted over a month ago is at 492,000 views to 5.2k likes and 62,000 dislikes, because it looks like so many other games. It looks like you've got Apex Legends, Titanfall, Concord, Valorant all thrown into a single experience, which isn't what people want. Like, you need to do something better. You need to do something more unique, and you need to deliver us a higher quality experience. Though, now we've got IGN coming out and saying, you're all being meanies. I don't know if they're getting paid to do this. I don't know if they genuinely just want to defend this modern audience slop. But either way, they're saying, can we stop dunking on Highguard before it even is out, please? Which is insane. The reason why companies release teasers and trailers is for you to judge the product. They release movie trailers so you can decide if you want to go to the theater and watch it, or if you want to watch it on streaming in the comfort of your own home. The reason why they do things like release game trailers is for you to judge whether or not you want to pre-order it or play it. Yes, sometimes the initial reaction is not positive, and sometimes things get ratioed. Sometimes people say this looks terrible, but it's still fair game. It's the whole point of them releasing it, is to judge it. So yes, we can dunk on Highguard because they wanted us to react to it. But second of all, it doesn't look good. We have seen so many games come out in recent years that have been terrible. And it's not that we're the reason why they're failing. It is the developers' fault that they're failing. Maybe if they put more time and effort and they actually listened to customers, maybe things would be going better for them. But they talk about how the online reactions to the trailer, that they call a new breed of shooter, have not been kind. Type Highguard into YouTube and you'll be almost exclusively met with videos headlined something along the lines of, this game is cooked, it's worse than we thought. And what happened? What's happened is that it hasn't even been released yet. And so I'm here to state what I thought would be obvious. We should actually play the game before we definitively decide if they're good or bad. And it's true, we should play it if it ever comes out because it is free. But at the same time, you are sitting here and getting so bothered by the fact that people just think that it looks bad. That shouldn't be like some reason to attack your readers and potential players of this experience. And it's not our fault that the lunatic lefties, right, the people who this game is for, don't actually make YouTube videos and don't talk about it. You have the ability to take to YouTube right now, to make a video defending Highguard, and to say that you think it looks fantastic. Will you? No, because you don't care. You don't actually like the look of this, I'm convinced. They say they understand not being into the look of a game, but among the gaming community, it increasingly feels as if there's now almost an underlying need for new releases to be bad if they're not exactly what we want from one. I can't help but feel this attitude is completely unhelpful in the long run, engineered with social media and rage bait content algorithms in mind rather than any kind of thoughtful analysis on what you've shown. Such willingness to dunk on a game for which we only have a single trailer and 10 screenshots displays a complete misunderstanding of a rising tide lifts all boats mentality when it comes to game development. Some games are not going to be successful. Some games are failures, and you shouldn't blame people for criticizing products. Yeah, maybe if the video game industry was in a better place, as in developers were not dumping money into Concords and Flintlock the Sieges of Dawns and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice Leagues, we'd have nothing to complain about. And as I always say, if tomorrow I woke up and every movie, TV show, and video game that released was a 10 out of 10, I would be the happiest person alive because I want content to be good. But when I see content that is so insanely bad, of course I'm going to talk about it. Of course I'm going to criticize it. And maybe you need to take a cold, hard look at the reality of the video game industry, and that is that companies are detached from reality. They don't know what gamers want, they're not listening to what gamers want, and they're releasing trash that nobody is going to play. Highguard is free, so maybe when it comes out, it will get like 20K players the first weekend playing it. I don't even think it's going to get that. I think maybe 10 to 15,000 absolute maximum because people are so interested in what it is. But I don't think it's the next Arc Raiders. I don't think it's the next Call of Duty. I don't think it's the next Apex Legends. I think it's the next Concord. I think it's going to fail, and I don't think it's going to go particularly well for them. But they are so upset by the fact that we are criticizing it and they're saying it's this immediate and complete writing off of a game that irks them. Oh, boo hoo, cry me a river and float upstream. And IGN is getting roasted for this take, and rightfully so. Well, we only have a few days left until it comes out, right? Then I plan to Michael Jordan it and dunk on it. Because Twitter is full of bots and the algorithm rewards dipshits. Yeah, well, you dipshits don't ever show up to actually play these types of games. There's a reason why we point and laugh and use Concord as an example of the industry having problems, because the modern audience didn't show up and support it. Why are you shitting on my plate? How do you know it's shit? It isn't even out yet. It might be good, but you're not reliable either way. Yeah, they gave Concord a 7. Just goes to show that they are willing to shill for products they think is going to promote their personal politics. Because it's another generic hero shooter nobody wanted? Sounds like they're a problem, but if the game doesn't launch, it's going to be a major embarrassment for positivity peddler Jeff Keighley, because the thing is woke and we have to reject woke with a passion, because it's going to be another gay feminists woke subversive hero shooter. So yes, things are looking pretty rough for this team right now. It would help if they posted on social media and they gave us a reason to actually feel like this game is releasing in a couple days, but as of right now, they are silent. I will be keeping a close eye on it. And while some people do believe that Highguard has been straight up canceled, well, at least the journos are running to its defense saying you need to be nicer to these poor devs. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.